teenager to drive peacefully, not go through stop signs.
I'm sorry, not to go through stop signs this morning.
Yeah,
Oh, I definitely ran stop signs this morning with the snow, because it's like, I'm
Yeah.
not gonna get stuck, even though I have it locked in. So, and that's on record, so great. Are we ready, Marta?
yeah, we're ready.
Okay, all right, well, now you have a felon here that.
There's
Um,
nobody provision, I'm sure.
Yeah, hopefully. Welcome to the administrative review meeting on January 17th, 2024. And I've reviewed the minutes from December 20th, 23, and those stand approved. We have one administrative item, and it's request for final approval of the orchards at JDC Ranch Phase 1, located at 2850 West, 2600 North in Plain City. And Miss Aydelotte, you're gonna be handling this?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, this is a request for final approval for the orchards at JDC Ranch Phase 1. This consists of 39 lots, located in the R110 and the R3 zone. And just to kind of orient you a little bit, I pulled it up on GeoGizmo here. Got 2600 North. And show you a little more specifically where this is going to be located within this area, but it's going to be right about here. This
Okay.
area here, okay? A few things to note, there is a development agreement with this, so back in July 5th of 2023, the subdivision application was taken in for review. Prior to this, a rezone was approved for this area, which allowed for the R110 and the R3 zones here. The way the development agreement is written is that their subdivisions within this development area go before the planning commission for preliminary approval. They go before the county commission for a second preliminary approval, and then they are granted final approval administratively by the land use authority, who is Director Grover. So this is a request for final approval. On October 3rd of 2023, the county commission granted preliminary approval. They granted it for a couple of different subdivisions. We're just focusing on the orchards phase 1 at this time. Couple of things I want to point out. The development agreement states that there is no minimum for lot areas and lot widths in this subdivision specific to these single family cottage style lots. So this proposal includes 39 lots and a couple of open space parcels. And I wanted to show you, this is their proposed final plat here. You've got open space parcel A here and open space parcel B along here. And let me show you.
Is that because of the power lines?
This is actually a drainage
The
easement.
drainage easement, the
Mhm.
power lines are, I think are they
further west.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me show you what their open space concept looks like.
Oh, yeah, west.
Yeah.
west.
Oh, sorry, let me actually share the screen I'm looking at here. Hold on, guys. Here we go. Okay. This is their open space plan here. You can see they've utilized this easement for trail connectivity to future phases. So this is what this looks like here. One thing I do want to point out, we've got public roads and private drives throughout. So public roadway here. These are all private drives with snow easements at the end. And so every single one of these lots is accessed via a private driveway, essentially.
Is the snow easement at the very end?
Yes, at the very end, and they've submitted detail on that with their final plat. We did have some preliminary conditions of approval, but most of these, I think pretty much, well, all of the preliminary conditions of approval have been met. The only outstanding conditions of approval just need to be met prior to recording their final plat. And so based on just meeting the preliminary conditions of approval, staff would recommend final approval of this. We do have preliminary will serve letters from Bonita Vista Water Improvement District and Weaver Box Elder Conservation District, as well as Central Weaver Sewer. So we'll want final approval letters prior to recording the final plat. And if you go to page 3 in your staff report, you'll see those, the recommendation of approval is subject to all review agency requirements and the conditions outlined here. One thing I want to point out, prior to recording the final plat, because it's not necessarily specific, we would like to see what kind of tree types will be shown or will be ultimately installed within the park strips. And our recommendation is based on the findings outlined in the staff report.
Okay. Thanks, Tammy. Who's the representative on this one? Is it Brian? or-
It's all of us. It's a team effort.
What team, do you guys have any questions on what Tammy presented? Okay,
She did a great job coming up to speed.
all right.
The Bona Vista final one is in there now, as far as
Okay.
people will serve.
Okay, that's good to know.
Great.
Thank you.
All right, well, I don't see any problems with this. I'm gonna recommend approval of it, subject to the conditions outlined in the staff report and the findings. This item stands approved. That was easy. This meeting stands adjourned.
That's right.
We haven't done one of these, we all wanted to come.
Yeah, the planning commission